Hello friends, welcome back to verification and valuation of assets and liabilities. Today I am going to talk about verification and valuation of furniture and investment. So let's begin. First one we have furniture. Furniture, fixtures and fittings. So what are furniture? So as we all know, furnitures are the fixed assets and they are movable equipment. They can be shift from one place to another place without any difficulty. So they are called movable equipment. So these furnitures are movable equipment and these are used to furnish an office, furnish building, furnish house, etc. Example for furniture is chairs, desks, shelves, bookcases, and filling, and any other similar items are called furnitures. Correct. Now let us understand what are the duties of an auditor with regards to this furnitures. As you can see, there are four important duties of an auditor with regards to this furnitures. The first one is verify invoices. So what does this verify invoices? As we all know, whenever we purchase any goods or assets, we are going to get an invoice. Correct. So that invoice needs to be verified properly. That is the first and important duty of an auditor. So when assets have been acquired during the current accounting period, the auditor should examine the purchase invoice of the dealer. So he has to compare the purchase invoice with the figures which is recorded in the balance sheet. So that is the first step, first duty of an auditor, that is verification of invoices. Here the auditor should also watch the transaction. That means auditor should compare the figures in the balance sheets with the voucher. So they have to compare both the balances to find out the accuracy of the transaction. So that is the first duty of an auditor. And the second duty is verify furniture stock register. So here the auditor should verify furniture stock register. So as every company is going to prepare a stock register, so the auditor must verify that stock register and ask the management to prepare an inventory to reconcile it with the stock register. So it is compulsory for the company to prepare a reconciliation statement to compare the stock figures and the management figures. So it is very important to verify the stock register. And the third important point is verify schedule of previous year. So this is also one of the important duty of an auditor, that is verification of schedule of previous year. Here the auditor should compare furniture schedule of previous year with that of current year to ascertain the existence of asset and also to ascertain the purchase or sale of assets during the last year. And there will be some assets they would have purchased in the previous year or before that year. So just to find out the existence of an asset, auditor is going to verify the last year's schedule. Also he is going to compare the last year schedule list with the current year schedule list. Similarly purchases also, if the asset has been purchased in the last year and they will continue with the current year also, so that existence, that purchase dates must match. So that is why auditor is going to compare and verify the schedule of previous year. And the fourth duty of an auditor is disclosure of profit or loss on sale, a very important duty of an auditor. So here the auditor should examine that any profit or loss on sale of furniture during the year is properly disclosed in the books of accounts. See, every time we will not get profit or profit on sale of assets. Sometimes we are going to incur loss also after selling any asset. So that loss should be properly disclosed in the books of accounts. Even if it is profit, we are going to show that profit in the books of accounts, and if it is loss, that is also disclosed in the books of accounts. So that is one of the duty of an auditor. He has to verify, he must verify that any profit or loss on sale of furniture during the year is properly disclosed in the books of accounts or not. So these are the four important duties of an auditor with regards to the furniture. And the next one we have investment. So what is investment? An investment is a monetary asset purchased with the idea that the asset will provide income in the future or will later be sold at a higher price for a profit. And this investment include government securities, shares and debentures, etc. And when number of investment is very large, so here the companies are going to invest their money on so many things, correct? So if the investment is very large, the auditor should ask for a schedule of investment held by the client containing various particulars like name of the security. So company is going to invest their money on some shares and securities. So here the auditor will ask for the names of such securities and date of purchasing the security and nominal value. Nominal value is nothing but how much you have invested on that particular securities, then cost price of the security, market price of the security. So these are the things which auditor is going to ask the management, and the auditor is going to examine the same. And here he should also ensure that the investment asset has been shown separately in the balance sheet. And as we as we all know, our balance sheet has a separate heading called investment. So that investment has to be shown separately in the balance sheet. And here the auditor should verify the existence of investment. Sometimes companies are going to give fake documents, they're going to produce fake documents just to show that they have an investment on shares and securities. So that's why the auditor should verify the existence of investment by personal inspection. And at the same time, he should also ensure that the investments are registered in the name of the client. A client is nothing but company, and they are free from any charge. So this is very important duty of an auditor. So auditor should see that whether the shares are investments are registered in the client name or not. And generally, these investments are valued at cost price or market price, whichever is lower. Okay, so this is about the investment. And the next we have classification of investment. And the investments are classified into two. One is quoted investment and the second one is unquoted investment. Let us see what is quoted investment. So quoted investments, a company's share, company's security is said to be list or quoted if its share can be traded on a stock exchange, that is public limited company. So it is very simple, quoted investment, or we can also say listed investment or listed securities. So quoted investment or listed investments are those investments which are listed or which are quoted on a stock exchange. That means those securities, those investments are traded in the stock exchange or securities exchange. So that is known as listed investments. Say for example, some companies shares are listed in the stock exchange. They are quoted in the stock exchange. If you invest your money on such shares and debentures which are listed in the stock exchange, your investment becomes listed investment. So here the person who is investing the money, he has to invest that money on the listed security. So when you invest your money on listed securities, your investment will automatically become listed investment or quoted investment. Now let us see auditor's duty in verification. So here I have divided the auditor duties into two. One is verification and the other one is valuation. First let us see what is verification with regards to the quoted investment. So here the auditor should verify the authorization for purchase of investment. So very important, verify the authorization for purchase of investments. Here auditor should review board minute book, that is book which record the conclusions of meeting for authorization. So that is the first one. Auditor should verify the authorization for purchase of investment. And the second one is watch the entries in broker's contract note, share certificate and cash book. So here the auditor should see the watch the entries of broker's contract note. So every company is going to prepare a broker contract note, share certificate, cash book, etc. So those things needs to be verified with the figure. So that is also one of the duty of an auditor. He has to verify, he has to watch the entries with the physical documents. That is very important, and every company is going to maintain physical invoices or some documents relating to any transaction. So those transactions are compared with the evidences. So that is also very important duty of an auditor. And the next duty of an auditor is examine the share certificate. So share certificate, he has to examine the share certificate to ensure that the type of security and number of share agrees with investment account, and that the share held in the company with its name. So this is why we have to verify the share certificate. So we have to verify share certificate to ensure that the type of security. So what is the type of security and what are the number of shares which are there in particular in the name of that particular company. That is the third one. And the last duty is last verification duty is verification of classified and disclosed transaction. Here the auditor should verify that the investments are properly classified and disclosed as stated in the Companies Act. And as I said, usually the balance sheet we are going to disclose the value of investment, and that has to be recorded. It has to be treated according to the rules and regulations of Companies Act. So auditor should verify that also, whether the investments are recorded in the books of accounts as per the Companies Act or not. So these transactions, anything which is relating to investment, must be disclosed properly in the financial statement. So these are the duty, auditor's duty in verification. Now let us see auditor's duty in valuation. Okay, so here the first one is investment should be recorded as per accounting policies and practices. A very famous point here. Every auditor should see every transaction, not only investment, every transaction must be recorded as per the accounting policies and principles. So the auditor should satisfy himself that investment has been valued in financial statement in accordance with the recognized accounting policies and practices and relevant statutory requirements. So he should satisfy himself that all the transactions relating to investments are recorded according to the policies and practices. So that is the first duty in valuation. Auditor should see that, because the valuation is already done by an done by internal auditors, and the auditor here, he will be in verification is the final step. So auditor should see that whether the transactions are recorded according to the accounting policies and practices. And the second one is auditor should verify that the expenses are included in cost of assets, a very important duty of an auditor in valuation. Here the auditor should examine whether in computing the cost of investment, expenditure incurred on account of transfer fees, stamp duty, brokerage, etc. is included in the cost of asset or not. So usually we are going to incur such costs. So while computing the cost of investment, we will have transfer fees will be there, stamp duty will be there, brokerage expenses will be there. So while calculating the cost of asset, those expenses must be included. So here the auditor is going to verify that whether these expenses are included or not. So these are the only two duties of an auditor with regards to valuation of quoted investment. So now let us move on to unquoted investment. So what is unquoted investment? So a company's share, it is just opposite to the quoted investment. A company share is said to be unlisted or unquoted if its stocks that are not listed on a stock exchange and so have no publicly stated price. So that is unquoted. So in simple words, we can say that shares which are not registered with any stock exchange are known as unlisted company. Very simple meaning. So shares which are not registered with any stock exchange are known as unlisted shares. And what are listed shares? If the shares are listed in any of the stock exchange, they are listed shares. If any shares are not registered with any stock exchange are known as unlisted shares. And they are not listed in the stock exchange, that means that the shares which are expected to get listed in future are also known as unlisted shares. So these listed shares will think that they are going to expect that these shares will be listed in future. They are also called as unlisted shares. And here investments are difficult to value. For example, shares that have no stock exchange listing, that is private company, etc. Unlisted shares are the shares which are hoped to be listed in the future. Now let us see the auditor's duty in verification. Okay, so the first one is verification of memorandum of association. So here auditor should verify MOA, that is memorandum of association, to ensure authority for purchase such investment. So before purchasing any assets, we have to auditor should verify the memorandum of association before conducting the investigation of investment. That is the first point. And the second one is obtain the schedule of securities. So where investments are in large numbers, if the company's investments are very large in number, the auditor should obtain the schedule of securities certified by senior officers of the company. That is the second duty of an auditor. And the third one is obtain the schedule of investment. Here, the auditor should obtain the schedule of investment comprises of information about the name of the securities or investment, date of their purchase or acquisition, and nominal value or face value of such investment, then cost price of the investment, book value of the investment, paid up value, market value of the investment, and rate of interest if applicable, and date of interest due, tax deduction. So these are very important information, and the auditor is going to verify all this information, all this information to know to just know the accuracy of the investment. Okay, and these are the three important duties of an auditor with regards to verification. Now we have auditor's duty in valuation. So what are auditor's duty in valuation? So though here the first one we have examine the method adopted to value the market value. So here the auditor should examine the method adopted by the organization for determining the market value of such securities. So there are so many methods to determine the value of securities and shares. So here auditor should examine which method is adopted, whether that method is according to the Companies Act or not. So that they have to verify. And the second duty is verify that method of valuation of securities are organized or not. So here the auditor should examine whether the method of valuation of securities by entity is one of the recognized method of valuation. Example, breakup value method, capitalization method, yield method, yield to maturity method. So these are the methods. So auditor should examine that whether they have adopted recognized method for valuation or not. So this is about auditor's duty in valuation. So dear friends, this is about the verification and valuation of furnitures and investments. Hope you guys are going to understand this concept. If you have any doubts, feel free to contact me through mail. Thank you.